Hey everyone, Steven from Straight Fire Picks. We got best bets for NBA on Wednesday, October 26, 2022. We're going to have NBA player props, spreads, over-unders, money lines here for you today. We're going to have 5 picks that are great value bets for this Wednesday NBA slate. As always, just want to thank you all for your continued support here on the channel. If you're new to the channel here today, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. We are on the road to 7,000 subscribers. Reminder here at the channel, guys, that we are partnered with Prize Picks, so be sure to use our code SFP for a 100% deposit match in your first deposit up to $100 on Prize Picks. You can also use one of our links that we have down below in the comment section and description. Really is a great app, guys, that specializes in player props and things of that nature. You can put multiple picks into an entry to win a lot of money, and it really is a lot of fun to use. So I highly encourage you to check that out. Like I said, use our code SFP or one of our links that we have down below in the comment section and description. Be sure to also check out our community Discord page as well. Great place to connect with our community and to get new ideas for bets. We'll also have a link in the comment section and description for that. Be sure to also drop your favorite pick down below in the comment section. If you like your pick included in our comment capper section, just be sure to put a star or an asterisk next to your pick. It will include your pick in the video if it hits. Okay, guys, now it's time for a shout out to our Straight Fire MVPs. So as always, guys, you see this beautiful list here running beside me of all of our Straight Fire MVPs. If you're interested in becoming a Straight Fire MVP, there's a join button down below. We'll also have a link in the comment section and description. Great way to support the channel and what we do here at the channel. It's just $3.99 per month. You get some custom emojis, a badge next to your name, roll color in the Discord, shout outs in our videos, and access to our picks early. So I do post our picks early in the community tab. If you guys are interested in getting those early, whenever I'm done with the notes, basically. So today was just this morning. It was just an hour or two before. But sometimes it'll be the night before and things like that. So, okay, now results from the previous episode. So this is actually from last Friday, the 21st, technically our last video episode. But I've been running picks just about every day, guys, except for Sunday. So I ran picks on Saturday, Monday, and Tuesday in our community tab, Twitter, and our Discord. So make sure you guys follow us on those links. I still have official plays out, even when I'm not doing the videos. Most days we'll have those. So make sure you guys are following us on those on Discord, Twitter, and under our community tab under our channel page there. But last Friday we went 1-2 in that episode. The only bet we cashed is from Friday the 21st. Desmond Bane over 3.5 rebounds. Missed on the Pistons spread and missed on Kyrie Irving's threes. The following day we got a 3-0 sweep. Had a great day on Saturday in our community tab. Like I said, Donovan Mitchell over 5.5 assists. Brook Lopez over 1.5 threes. And now I'm forgetting our last... Oh, Thunder plus 8.5 spread. Just came back to me. And then Monday, we went 0-3. We missed 3 picks on Monday. And then yesterday, we went 2-1. So 5-4 on our non-video plays during the week. So last Friday, though, for comment cappers, we had Mateo Velasquez calling the Santi Aldama over 6.5 rebounds. Like I said, that was for Friday the 21st. Let's get back after it today, guys. So really pumped to get into today. I really want to get this 5-0 sweep. So let's get after it here today. Let's get right into our picks here. And number 1, we are going with Fred VanVleet over 6.5 assists here for the Toronto Raptors, plus 102 odds here on FanDuel. So guys, so far Fred VanVleet over in 3 out of 4 games this year, so pretty solid overall. He's actually 7th in all in the NBA in potential assists at 15.5 per game, which is pretty good for a line like this. Anytime you're getting more than 2-to-1 your potential assist to the assist line is pretty solid. And lately here also versus the 76ers, he's been solid. He's gone over in 3 out of his last 3 meetings here with the 76ers with 7, 8, and 9 for assists. So obviously we'd love to see that. 76ers here, guys, allowing the 13th most assists in the NBA so far. So they have been giving up some assists here to start the season. Also, the 76ers are just 21st so far in defensive efficiency, so the defense really hasn't been playing all that great. I think it'll improve kind of as the season goes, at least it should. But right now, 76ers just are not getting it done really at the defensive end. So far, starting point guards are 3 out of 4 to this over, 3 out of 4 games to this over versus the 76ers so far. Marcus Smart, 7 assists. Drew Holiday, 8 assists. Jones for the Spurs just had 4, and then Halliburton had 10. So I definitely think VanVleet, who's one of the more prominent passers now in the NBA this season, he's kind of starting to show that towards the end of last year, really becoming a little bit more of a pure point guard. So we're seeing that more out of Fred VanVleet, which you'll love to see that for a line like this. They're getting some plus value on this. If he keeps cashing this, I don't think this line will last very long. I think it will go to 7.5 at some point. But enjoy the plus value now. I think we're going to have a great shot to cash. Love this, guys, for our number one pick. We're going Fred VanVleet, over 6.5 assists here for the Toronto Raptors, plus 102 odds here on FanDuel. Okay, and at number 2, we're going with the under 221.5 points in the Miami Heat Portland Trail Blazers game, minus 110 odds here on FanDuel. So, guys, so far the Blazers 20th in pace, the Miami Heat 25th in pace. So we like to see that. Both these teams in the back half in pace, which is what you want for an under bet. And both these teams, honestly, when you look at them, are very capable defensively. The Blazers coming out to a hot start defensively this year, 8th in defensive efficiency, which I think is a big reason why they're 4-0. Honestly, that's the biggest thing you can do as a team that can equalize the talent that you have. So really look at the Blazers and like definitely a surprise they're 4-0. I mean, they got Damian Lillard, but it's just like beyond that, you're like there's a lot more talent in the Western Conference and the Eastern Conference. Blazers are not really in their upper echelon for talent for sure, but they're playing good defense to start. Now, the Miami Heat just 18th in defensive efficiency so far this season, but they did finish 4th last year. We know this Miami Heat could play, team could play some defense. They haven't gotten off to a great start that way, but I'm expecting them to pick it up. They did play pretty good defensively last game versus the Raptors. So I'm expecting the Heat to get after it defensively. That is, obviously their identity, led by Jimmy Butler there. Heat games so far, guys, have actually gone under this mark in 3 out of the 4 games. Now, Blazers games have just gone under in 1 out of the 4 games. But one of those games narrowly cashed in overtime to the over versus the Suns, 113-111. So obviously that game should have gone under as well. And I just see this game going under, guys. I see, a gritty. This has the makings of just a gritty defensive game, doesn't it? And I think this line is just a little bit too high. I think a more appropriate line to me would be in like the 212 to 215 range. And here for 221.5, I just say it's a little too high. Last year, in this matchup, these two teams went 1-1 to this line with logs of 196 and 224 when they played each other. So if you actually average that out between the Heat and the Blazers last year, they scored 210 points per game. So that would be 11 points of cushion. 11.5 points of cushion. So that's what I'm talking about. I think we'll see something more like that. I'm expecting it to fall somewhere in that 210 range. So do love it there, guys. I think the defenses get after it. I think we'll see some a nice gritty game up in Portland. So we'll take it there for our number 2 pick. We're going with the under 221.5 points in this Miami Heat Portland Trail Blazers game, minus 110 odds here on FanDuel. Okay, and at number 3, we're rolling with Anthony Davis, under 2.5 assists here for the Los Angeles Lakers, plus 118 odds here on Caesars. So yeah, this is an absolutely terrifying line. And I totally get if you guys want to pass on this one, but I do love the value on this. I love the statistics to back this up as well. So far, Davis, 2 out of 3 this season to the under with logs of 0, 0, and 3. So what's the biggest thing with the Lakers this year? You'll hear it on ESPN. You'll hear it just about everywhere. They cannot shoot the basketball at all. They are just 21.2% from 3 this year. They cannot shoot the ball at all. So what does that mean? Well, Anthony Davis is a big man. So if he's going to get assists, it's generally going to be at the 3-point line on kickouts, right? Right now, the Lakers are not hitting shots. And I don't really see that changing. I don't see the shooters on the team. That was an issue coming into the season. It's not like it's creeping up on anybody. Everybody knows the Lakers right now cannot shoot the ball. So I think I don't look for that really to change here in the early going. I think, in this particular spot, I think Davis has a great shot to go under again. LeBron James is still on the floor, so it's not like the offense is going to run through Davis. This offense is going to run through James. He's going to be passing the ball. Davis, I think, could have a good game. Score on the basketball, but I just don't see the assist being there from him. Definitely a scary bet, though. But, in 2 out of the 3 games, it wasn't a scary bet at all. He didn't even get 1 assist, so you didn't have to sweat in 2 out of the 3. And then he just cashed on the hook in the other one. So I think, again, this is a great shot to go under. If you look at the history of Davis versus the Nuggets as well, he's gone under in 6 out of 8 his last 8 games versus the Nuggets. So we like to see that as well. If you look at the fact the Nuggets are actually allowing the 3rd most assists, that is a little bit scary. But the biggest thing here for Davis, like I said, Lakers aren't making shots, and Davis actually doesn't make a lot of those passes anyway. He's averaging just 4 potential assists per game. That's really not that much, even for this line. Like I said, you're looking for like a 2-to-1 ratio for potential assists. This is under that. This is literally on the dot at 4 potential assists per game. This line's at 2.5. So that means the Lakers would have to convert 3 out of his 4 passes that he makes for assists. Don't see that happening. That'd be 75%. Shooting the basketball. I don't see that happening. But it is such a low number that anything can happen. It's definitely a scary bet. You have to put your sweater on for this one. It's definitely gonna be scary. But I do love it there, guys, for a number 3 pick. We're going Anthony Davis, under 2.5 assists here for the Los Angeles Lakers. Plus 118 odds here on Caesars. Okay, and at number 4, we're going with the Utah Jazz, minus 5.5 spread here versus the Houston Rockets. Minus 112 odds here on FanDuel. Guys, I really do love this one. If you guys recall the other day, the Rockets beat the Jazz in Houston by 6. But Jazz were at a rest disadvantage for that game, which I thought was significant. I was very concerned about that game actually coming into it. Despite the Jazz being 3-0 and beating 3 very good basketball teams. I was like, man, playing on a back-to-back, sometimes you just don't have your legs. You don't shoot the ball well. That's exactly what happened to the Jazz. They were just 11 out of 32 from 3 and just 9 out of 16 at the free throw line. So I'm looking for that to change. I think the Jazz will shoot better. They've been a great three-point shooting team so far this season. And I think here back home in Utah, I think they get back to doing that. I really do. I like this Jazz team. They're young. They got a lot of misfits. They got a few wily vets on the team. They're playing as a team right now, and that's the biggest thing I see with the Jazz versus the Rockets. They're playing as a basketball team, right? They're all in it together. They're playing hard on defense. They're 13th in defensive efficiency. They're 12th in offensive efficiency. They're not making a lot of mistakes. They're playing solid defense. On the flip side here for the Rockets, they're 24th in defensive efficiency and 20th in offensive efficiency. So what's part of the issue I see with the Rockets? Well, if you guys recall, Jalen Green and Jabari Smith got into an altercation in that Jazz game. There's definitely some stuff going on there, guys. You guys could tell right now they're young, they're inexperienced, and honestly, there's a little bit of, I don't want to say selfishness, but it's just like, I think guys are out for themselves on that team. And sometimes their talent could get it done. They actually have a good bit of talent, but from a team perspective, they're not going to win a lot of games like that. And I think, obviously, I'm looking for that to continue. This Jazz team right now plays as a team. They're in it for each other. They're playing defense. And I don't think we'll see those type of, player-to-player problems with the Jazz. And I just think they're more cohesive. And I think they'll get it done here, honestly, back at home. Against, like I said, against the Houston team's extremely young. This Jazz team has some vets on it. Lauri Markkanen, Rudy Gay. They got guys that are very experienced, very knowledgeable, very unselfish. Mike Conley, obviously. So I think that's significant. I think the Jazz get it done. Love it there, guys, for our number 4 pick. We're going Utah Jazz, minus 5.5 spread here versus the Houston Rockets. Minus 112 odds here on FanDuel. Okay, and finally at number 5, this might be my favorite play here on the slate today. We got Nikola Vucevic over 10.5 rebounds here for the Chicago Bulls. Minus 122 odds here on FanDuel. So guys, this is the biggest stat that I love. Vucevic over in 6 out of his last 7 games here versus the Pacers. He's averaging 15.3 rebounds per game versus the Pacers over his last 7 games. That's about 5 above this number. We love to see that, guys. We really do. He's also coming off a game where he had 23 rebounds, so that's obviously will inspire some confidence. He is just 2-2 so far to this line on the season. But like I said, he's coming off that game with 23 rebounds. He is averaging 18 rebound chances per game so far. Now, this isn't that 2-to-1 ratio that we love, but for rebounds, it's a little bit different. He's almost at a 2-to-1 here for rebounds, but I think here the matchup is great. Pacers like to get up and down the floor. Pacers so far tied for the 12th most rebounds allowed in the NBA. Like I said, Pacers 7th in pace. Bulls 15th in pace. So we'll see a lot of shots and a lot of possessions in this game. Over-under is set to 232.5, which I like seeing that. I think we'll see enough misses here to go around. I think Vucevic will have a great shot to get on the glass here. Pacers last year allowed the 6th most rebounds to center. So I think Vucevic could dominate inside. I think he could score the ball. I think, his PRA look is also great. It was super juiced. It was like, well, it's more juiced than this line. His PRA line, I saw 30.5 minus 130. I don't usually love getting up into that juice, but you could definitely play that. I think that's a great play as well. I think he'll have a great shot to go over. Vucevic, I think, is, for a line like this, 10.5 is not actually an appropriate line, I think, for him. We were cashing a lot of 10.5 lines here on Vucevic last year, and I'm looking for us to cash it here again. So I do love it there, guys, for number 5 pick. We're going Nikola Vucevic over 10.5 rebounds here for the Chicago Bulls. Minus 122 odds here on FanDuel. Okay, guys, that is going to do it for our picks. If you enjoyed the content, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. We are on the road to 7,000 subscribers. Guys, I appreciate all of your support of the channel through our ups and our downs. We did not start the NBA good at all. We're starting to right the ship a little bit. We're 5-4 over our last 9 picks, which still is not great. It's not bad, but it's not the standard, obviously, I want to set. But we will get on a roll. Am I worried about it? No. Honestly, this last week really started to feel better. As far as, I guess seeing the field and really feeling it more, if that makes sense. The first week was definitely tough. Just, you're dealing with a lot of new factors. You're trying to adjust and make those adjustments. I think we're starting to adjust. We're starting to make the adjustments. I think here I feel great about the slate today. I'm really hoping we can get a 5-0. That would be great. But like I said, I appreciate you guys. Check out all of our links. Make sure you guys follow us on Twitter, Discord as well. I post additional plays in there. And on our days off from videos, I post our plays in there as well. So make sure you guys are following that. I feel like a lot of people aren't seeing the community tab stuff. And if you guys still want picks and stuff, that's same type of principle. I do the same research. I'm just posting them on those days because I can't do videos. But like I said, videos for NBA will be Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. The remainder of the week will be in our community tab on Twitter and in our Discord. So we're still going to have our NFL videos as well. So appreciate you guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, great rest of your week, and we will catch you all next time. Peace out.